Hi everyone, good morning. Today's topic is market research. What is market research? Yeah, simply a research that is aimed at the market. By market here, I mean the target market, the people that you are going to sell your products or services to, the people that you are going to persuade to enjoy your service or benefit from your product. Yeah. Okay, so um, why do we have to do a market research is to make sure that there is enough demand for the new product or the service that you have just launched. So obviously when you launch a new product or a new service, you want people to buy it, right? Or to enjoy it or to benefit from it. So you have to make sure that there are indeed people out there who are going to buy from you or who are going to use your service. Yeah, otherwise, if you have launched your product or service and you find that no one is buying, then it is obviously a waste of time and a waste of money. Yeah. So that's why you need to do a market research. You want to identify or you want to make sure that there are people who are going to benefit from your products. There are people to whom you can sell your products or offer your services. So the second purpose is to identify what the market needs from the product. Say you have launched a product, for example, a certain type of drink, and you have to make sure that the market likes them. You have to make sure that the people like your product, like your drink. In order to make sure that they do like your drink, before you launch your product, then you have to do a survey to identify their preferences as far as drink is concerned. You want to know how much they can spend on a drink, what kind of flavor they like, yeah, things like that. Yeah. So again, to identify what the market needs from your product. Okay. Now the third one is about the information that we can gain from market research. By doing a market research, we will be able to identify these things. First is who will buy your product or your service. Second is why do people buy a certain item or use a service. Third is who buys from your competitors, who buys your competitors' products or who use your competitors' products. Now this is interesting because then you will learn you will learn that people like your competitors' products because of some reasons, and then you can identify the reasons, or you can identify the causes. Maybe they like the prices, maybe they like the service, maybe they like the friendliness. Yeah, so you can identify this for number 3. And then the next one is how much people are prepared to pay. So this one will help you set or determine the right price range. Obviously, you don't want to set prices which are too high, so high that nobody will buy from you. Yeah, but on the other hand, you won't set it too low, because if it is too low, then people will think that your product is of low quality. So you've got to set the right price range. Yeah. And then the next one is you are going to know how they would react to the new good or to the new service. Say you are launching a new service, say you are planning to launch a new service, you have to find out how they would react to that. Yeah. Okay, the next one is you also can gain information about where they usually buy that product or the service. Do they buy online? Do they order online? Or do they go to a certain mall or to a certain shop, physical shop, to buy the product? Yeah. You will also learn this from your market research. Okay, the next one is there are 4 stages in market research. First is you decide what questions need to be asked. For example, what do people like to eat, and when, and with whom, in what condition, after working hours, or maybe in the morning or in the afternoon, shortly before the working hours end, or what, yeah? And how much do they spend on average? So these are the questions that you can ask in your market research. And then the second one, you draw up a research plan, because market research is actually a research, and that's why you need to draw up a market research plan. The third one is collecting the information. You can use the secondary information. Secondary information means the information that you gain from another person or another company or another party who have done similar market research. Maybe they have published their results on the internet, and then you can also learn from that, but that is not your primary. That is called your secondary information, because you are not the one who did that. Yeah, it's other people who did that. But of course, in addition to that, you have to obtain your primary information. Now, your primary information, of course, is information that you gain firsthand, that you gain it yourself. Yeah, you do a market research on your own, and then you trust the results. That's called primary information. So you combine the primary information and the secondary information. You can also compare them, yeah, and you finally decide which one is to trust better. Yeah. Well, of course, if you do it yourself, then you have the reason to trust your own market research, right? The fourth one is analyzing the data, and then you report it. So if you run your own company, you read your own report. If you do your market research for somebody else, maybe a larger company, you report to the supervisor or to your boss, right? Now we talk about some data collection techniques. Of course, there is a questionnaire. You can write up a questionnaire containing some items, and you can also conduct interview to some selected respondents who you think will represent target market. And then you can also conduct observation. This can reveal a lot, because you will see more than just what people say to you. You will see their habits. For example, if you go to a cafe, you will see what hours they flock to the cafe, what hours the cafe is most crowded, how they behave while eating, how long they spend for eating, yeah, with whom they eat, yeah, maybe with friends or with their partners or with their families, or maybe each group has separate special hours for eating there. Yeah. So you can gain a lot of information from observation. Yeah. The fourth one is a focus group discussion. This is a bit more complex, a bit more time demanding, and you have to spend a few hours, 3 to 4 hours, and then you have to code the result. Yeah. But this will also tell you a lot about your target market's expectation concerning your products. Yeah. Focus group discussion is different from interview in the sense that focus group discussion usually reveals deeper information, a more in-depth information, and you can spend more time to dig really deep into your customers' preferences, the reasons why they dislike certain products, or the reason why they favor a certain brand, yeah, you can take it out from a good focus group discussion session. Okay, so that will be all, I guess, about market research. Study the reading material as well as listening to this lecture, and in the next session I'm going to give you a assignment related to market research. You'll probably have to conduct a small market research, starting from drawing research plan, planning the instruments that you are going to use, and writing the instruments, and so on and so on. Okay, that's the end of the lecture. Good luck and goodbye for now.